What's it like when people treat you differently because you have cerebral palsy?
It's annoying as hell to have people just see the way you move and then just assume that you're also mentally disabled. Or, I mean, people often think I'm like a crazy homeless person, and I'm dressed nicely,
Yeah.
but people still will like give me a wide berth on the sidewalk and shit. And I'm like, I can see. Like, I can see you, motherfucker. Like,
See you move.
I had, what was that joke? I said, I'll be coming down the street and I say, chivalry isn't dead, because when I see a couple walking down the street towards me, the man will move his lady to the safe side. And I'm like, there ain't no safe side. I'm going to get you, lady. But that's real. That's stuff they deal with. And I mean, I can't count the number of times I've been 86 from a bar before I've even like had one drink. People be like, they'll be like, get the fuck out of here, you're wasted. And I mean, it's great because my friends will be like, actually, he has cerebral palsy. And then they're like, I'm so sorry, here's a free beer. That's how I drink my way through most events. It's just like guilting people into it.
Guilting them, yeah.
But that stuff is like, I can see it, I get it. It's a bar situation. I look, something's obviously wrong. You'd assume that. It's more of things like, I've gone into hotels that I was staying at, and one time I was waiting for my ride, and the manager came up and was like, what are you doing in here? And I'm like, waiting for my ride. And he's like, get the fuck out of here. And he made me get out of the hotel, and I was like, I'm a guest here. And I showed him my room key, and he was still like, get the fuck out. Like I had found a room key in the lot or something.
Yeah.
I mean, I almost sued those people.
Yeah,
it was like,
fuck yeah.
I'm like, you asshole. I'm clearly, he even looked at the lady at the desk, like, is he staying here? And she was like, yes. And he still was like, get out. It was insane. So there's that kind of things where it's more about the visual. When I get mad, more is the mental stuff. So my biggest thing, okay, in this comedy career, right? Mm-hmm. People still only see me as the cerebral palsy comic. And I'm a comedian that happens to have cerebral palsy, and I talk about it because this is what I know.
Yeah.
Like, and
people talk about their marriages, their fucking upbringings, all that.
Their race, their body size,
their sexual preference, all of it.
So I'm doing the same thing. And for some reason, everyone's like, you talk too much about that. And I'm like, this is what I fucking know. I tried to do it from a Southern Belle point of view, but that didn't work. Dear diary, haven't been right since Mr. Earl left.
Mr. Earl.
No, but
who tells you that?
I've gotten it. Well, okay, so this is like just over the years. Like, I mean, Netflix have told me that. Like, all right, how about this? So
hold on. Netflix told you that you talk too much about having cerebral palsy. Man, fuck Netflix. Fuck Netflix, for real. If any one of those people, excuse me, were 7 foot tall, they'd be talking about what life is like to be 8 feet tall or 9 feet tall. Right. If they were missing their legs, they'd be talking about how their life is missing legs.
And the thing is, I look at it like, if you have that point of view of me, you're not watching my show, because yes, it comes from a vessel that is disabled, but I'm talking about other shit in this body. You know, it's not just like, oh, look at
yeah.
It's real shit that happens day to day. All right, so this one is the one that gets me the most fired up and angry about this business. All right. So I had never been to the Montreal Festival. Like, everybody that was on Last Comic went to the festival, and they didn't invite me. They finally invited me in 2019, I think. And, you know, I won last comic in 06.
Mm-hmm. I know. I can't believe it's been that long.
I know,
We were
it's
talking about it
insane.
before that. It is. I thought it was like 10 years ago. Yeah.
And they finally invited me to the thing. I was so ecstatic. And my agent was there, and I was sitting with her. I was like, so why did it take this long
13 years
to get me into this festival? And she said, their response was, we just don't know where he would fit into our festival. And I'm like, what does that even, like, people that like to laugh? I don't, and then she basically was like, he opens for Ron White, he opens for Dave Chappelle, like, so two huge names that like this guy enough to open for him. And they finally got me in, and I heard that, and I was like, I'm going to show you where I fucking fit in.
Yeah.
And I did the William H. Macy Gala, and I got a standing ovation.
Did you?
On my 10-minute set.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I came off stage, and I'm like, that's where I fucking fit in. And then a big wig from the festival comes over, and he goes, pats me on the head and goes, you're so courageous. And
do you know who it was? Tell me after.
I don't know. But I almost punched this old man in his fucking face. And I'm like, I get goosebumps. I get like, I'm like,
dude.
Even talking about this, I get so fucking enraged. And I mean,
was anyone there that heard that? What did you say? What'd you do?
I physically stopped myself from pushing an old man down.
Did you say anything?
And I walked the fuck away, and I was like, so courageous. And it was in that moment, or like since processing that, I'm like, this business is never gonna see me as a comedian that just got a standing ovation in a big theater.
But here's the thing about it. The business doesn't need to anymore.
Right.
The people need to. That's it. These people right here, these fans, these great people.
And the people know that.
That's
and
it.
My fans
the people
come
stood
up.
and applauded. That fucking clown didn't.
Right. But it just made me realize that anything I want to do in this business is going to have to be me doing it. I'm not waiting for them to go, okay.
No.
But
yeah, it doesn't happen for most people. It doesn't.
I'm telling you, bro, every time now that I film a special or have something big to do, I think about that moment in my head right before I do it, because I get fucking, dude, I'm going to show you, motherfucker.
Yeah, I would fire me to fuck. I'm going to start thinking about that.
You're so
Every
courageous.
time I do something, I'm going to start thinking about that. It's pissing
pat
me
me
off.
on my head, motherfucker.
Patting you on the head.
Break your wrist.
Alone patting you on the head. I'm a grown fucking man. What are you doing?
So courageous. Blood boil. So mad. So those are the moments in my life that I still really feel the impact of being disabled, and like I'm very happy-go-lucky, but then when those things happen, it's just such a reality check to back to life and shit like that. And again, I do live this really weird dual life where I'm a pretty famous comedian walking down the street and people stop me for that, and then 2 steps later, like, get away from me, you drunk ass.
Taking pictures of people, and then they want you to get the fuck away.
Exactly. It's crazy, man.